Hi guys, thank you to everyone who hopped on Homeschool Hair last night, and a special thank you to Jeanine 10 who formulated all of our attendees for free with Age Beautiful color line, which is a very cool, it's Zotos Professional. I want to make sure everybody can see this. Everyone was really excited. This was sort of like Oprah's favorite things last night. It was this surprise. Everyone was sort of hopping on, trying to figure out how are they going to take care of their color while they're home. I know that this is the hot topic in the salon industry. There's a lot of legal ramifications with this. We are based in New Jersey. We are not allowed to sell you professional color. It can be very dangerous. This line is available at Sally Beauty. So we tested this ourselves. I tested this on my mom. Her hair is super shiny, super amazing. I couldn't believe it actually. I blew out her hair. I'm a stylist, so I don't do color. So you're gonna watch me do this myself, kind of like you guys, which is why we decided to have me show you how to do this, because kind of like you guys, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Jeanine had to explain this to me today, like how to show you guys how to do this, because that would be the most fair how-to video. I talked to this brand. This is very cool. So they really know who they are. They are not trying to be your colorist. They're just trying to help you cover your gray in a situation like this. You're sort of in a pinch. You can buy them at Sally Beauty, which they are open for business right now, as always. So they can do curbside. You can order this online. So this was how me and Jeanine were able to support our clients so that they could stay home and stay safe. We decided that we didn't want to do this curbside thing. We didn't want to get involved. So we wanted to help our clients in getting their color, but this brand was who helped us support that. So that's why we chose this brand. What was cool is that we were able to show people how to use this. So this how-to video is for everybody who got a color kit last night, and they are posting that they got this brand, and it's like crazy. It's like Oprah's favorite things. So here we go. I also got a new iPhone, so I'm a little uncomfortable because everybody now can see how dirty my hair is as I'm showing everybody how to do these hair tutorials on homeschool hair, which is the point. I have no makeup on. You can totally see my root, but that's the point, is I want to be just like you, who's home on quarantine and doing these hair how-tos. So that's fine. So my formula, as Jeanine so graciously showed me how to use this, because a brand like this doesn't work unless you have a colorist who cares about you and tells you exactly how to use it. So she said that I am 5RC. Okay, so first I want to start with sectioning. I'm going to sort of break this down. So sectioning is the biggest thing. So as a stylist, I do know how to section well. So you want to take a comb. I also, by the way, I am using products that I know that are accessible to you. I'm not trying to use my super fancy professional products. I'm trying to use things that I know for a fact that you can get at Sally Beauty. That's why people are like, why do you just keep like plugging Sally Beauty? Because I know that you can shop them and you can order it by curbside or online, because I'm trying to show my clients what you can get to your door. So my clients know that you can still get your curbside at Charles Studio, which they're doing, but then there's also things that we just don't have. Where do you get it? Because Amazon is a lot of times with non-essential shipping, it's not available till June. That's not helping my client. So Sally Beauty is getting you clips and combs and brushes. So that's what homeschool hair was about last night, in addition to your color. So you would take your comb, which this is like a Conair comb, which I don't know what comb you could get on Sally Beauty, but you would get something like this. And Jeanine said that I should section my hair into 4 parts. So the neater your sections are, the easier we're gonna do this. My dirty hair. I love embarrassing myself. Listen, there's no shame in this game. As long as I get to cover my root, it's all good. So I decided to get like hair ties like this, and then also get some clips like this, because I wanted to show you both ways. I just wanted to be able to do this a bunch of different ways, because I was like, you know, whatever you have in your house is great. listen, I'm fine embarrassing myself. So this section, I'll do hair ties. As I was delivering these color kits today with my mask on, I'm going to admit I did deliver one kit to the wrong house. That, listen, hey, whatever. You know, Jeanine graciously formulated her clients. But if, you know, I'm sure someone in that house who got the wrong color kit was like, ooh, I got color delivered to my door. That's great. But if it's to the wrong house, I can't do anything about that. So maybe somebody is going to be a beautiful, shiny brunette with Zotos Age Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to use the hair ties because actually as I'm doing this, I haven't really, I'm just kind of doing this off the cuff. This has been happening really fast. Already, I was going to use like these little clips because I found these in my house, but I'm already saying I would use hair ties because like probably like your daughter has these hanging around, so we're going to stick with these. So you can flip these a bunch of ways. This was smart that Jeanine said this because we were sort of saying like, listen, this brand, you know, in talking to them when I was asking questions, this one's starting to slip. You know, they said that there's really nothing better than having your colorist, but they really just wanted to, you know, support people in covering their gray and it just being a, I don't know, this is my words. This is my words about this color brand. This is like a professional color line that's accessible to consumers, which kind of falls in between. It's like not a box dye, but it's available at Sally's, which sells to consumers, which if us as colorists and stylists, we were like, anything that's going to support our client in this process so that they can just get their color done until they can get back in the salon, we're happy. Don't I look so great right now, right? We were happy to do it. So it was all about finding these like little loopholes in this really weird time that we just want that to happen. So our clients are our friends and we just had to find the resources to do it. So we're not judging however anybody chooses to, you know, kind of run their business. It is what it is. This is just what we chose to do so that everybody could stay safe. And we just found that this color line was safe for our clients to use. And we're like, go buy it at Sally's and we'll tell you how to use it and see you when you come back in the salon. We miss you. The end. Okay, so now that I feel super cool and everybody sees me with my roots, my dirty hair, my hair sections like this and no makeup, here we go. Okay, so Jeanine told me that I should mix, for me personally, what my formula is. It's not going to be what your formula is. You'd have to talk to your colorist about that. The 5RC with the 10 volume. So I'm going to show you this. So this color line is equal parts developer and color. So for those of you who are going to use this at home, color lines are all mixed differently. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of color, but you know, your colorist would walk you through this. Somebody has to formulate this for you like Jeanine did for her clients. So you get this cute little bottle. So a lot of our clients were like, I don't, when we were trying to work with other color lines, like how do we do this for people? And we can't sell you our color. We don't want to, because what if something happens? We don't want people having an allergic reaction and this and that. We had to really find a safe color line to give people. The biggest problem was that the bottles of this were super big. We don't want people buying a big bottle because then they're going to waste money on it because at some point then they're going to come back in the salon. So when Zotos sent us these cute little bottles, we went, ooh, that's so cute, and it's awesome. But the thing is that, so this tube is 2, you'll see on here, it says 2 fluid ounces, and this says 4, which is great because then you'll just use the 2 fluid ounces to match 2 fluid ounces because it's 1 to 1. So you'll match this in either your color bottle or your bowl. So you're trying to just like, if your formula, if your colorist says, okay, your 5RC 2 fluid ounces, just drain this whole tube of color to match the developer of 10 volume into this to match to your formula, that's all you need. That's my formula, which you're gonna have to talk to your colorist about that. But for me, I was like, oh, that's super easy with this cute little bottle. I just match it. It's 1-to-1. So that's what I need. So I'm just gonna formulate this real quickly. Me personally, I'm gonna use the bottle. I was an educator for a long time. I traveled. I am used to doing my color myself. I've never done color. I have no idea how to mix my formula, absolutely at all. I've always needed to rely on my colorist friends to do that while I was a brand rep and an educator. So I always liked the bottle. So that's why our clients got a bottle and a bowl to do this. So I'm gonna show that for a second until I do my ends. So I'm gonna take the color, put it into the bowl. I just wanna use my little table here. And going to mix this real quick. Pushing this into the bottle. So on my bottle, which maybe you can see, it says on the bottle, hold on 1 second now. I'm gonna just squeeze this out. So you're gonna completely empty this. So see how I'm like really pushing the end of this in until your color tube looks really messy. But see, I like really flatten the end of that. So on the end of this color tube, your colorist will have to tell you that it'll be like, 1/4, a half a tube, so on and so forth. Your colorist will walk you through your formula. That makes it a little complicated. I don't want to confuse the matter. But on here, your tube from Sally's will say, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounces, 4 ounces. This developer bottle is 4 ounces. So if you had 2 tubes of color, then to make this 1-to-1 ratio, you would dump all of this tube of developer into that to make it 1-to-1. But I don't need that because I'm only making 1 tube of color. To make this 1-to-1, I'm only gonna use half of this. So I think that will probably make sense what I'm saying. So, because this is a video, I'm not getting like the head nod like a Zoom call on homeschool hair like we did last night. So now that this is 2 tubes of color, I'm then just gonna make this match to complete this as the 4 ounces of color here. As you can see, there you go. Half color, half developer. Then I'm gonna close this off. Put my finger over the top. I'm sure you've seen your colorists do this a million times. And then they shake it. This is the fun part. It's kind of like on a cooking show. This is where you get your muscles, your arm workout. You shake it. You really wanna, okay, all kidding aside, you really wanna make sure you shake this. So this is normally when your colorist, is shaking it because you're making a chemical reaction when this is happening. So don't cheat this process. Make sure you're really shaking it because if you don't shake it, it's not gonna cover the gray. So sometimes when people are doing their color at home, especially like the box, if it's been sitting on the shelf and it's like not doing its job, you're like, oh gosh. So make sure you're shaking this. Shake, 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 shake. So if you were mixing this in the bowl, I gave everybody the bottle. So if you're ordering this off of Sally's, I told everybody, order your bottle, mix this, and if you want to use the bowl, then squirt this into the bowl. It's easy. And then what you would do is you would use your little brush because people are like, well, how do I know if it's 1-to-1 and mix this in the bowl, which it has the fluid ounces in here, and I understand that, but you're talking to a girl who's a dyslexic, and I'm like, I'm dyslexic, I don't know how to mix it. Listen, I feel you. So mix it in the bottle and then dump it into the bowl and then apply. So I'm really was trying to, you don't want to like get your shipment and then try to understand this. So just order everything because it's like you don't want to get disappointed once you get it. So order your bowl, order your brush, order your bottle. Like we're in quarantine and you get your shipment. You want to make sure that you have your comb. They're going to give you the gloves and your color. You want to make sure that you have everything, so you have choices because you've never done color before. So you want to make sure that you have all the tools, because the reason why we chose Sally's is because it was really cost effective and everything was high quality. So that was just what we chose to do. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm moving along just because we're going to be posting this on YouTube and they give me a limited amount of time. Okay, so I now have my sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I don't want to, like my blow dry videos, I don't want to bore you. You would kind of go across here. So I would start in the back. So I'm going to start with this section here and show you how I would do I'm going to show you actually how I would do it in the bowl, just kind of like a mock-up. So you would then take the bowl. I actually am sitting on a towel, just so you could see. I also, before I would start, would take maybe like a hand lotion. I use this hand lotion because my client gave this to me for Christmas. I would take like a hand lotion and take, not the brush, because don't put any type of lotion or base on this brush and go around your face, because then if you dip that into your color and go around your face, then that is going to disrupt the color reaction, and then that won't cover the gray. So this brush is only for color. Don't let it touch any type of base that you're going to use in your skin. I also was talking to clients and I said, make sure your face is really moisturized, because any type of dry skin, your color is really going to stick to your skin while you're doing this. The other thing that I want to say, which I'm going to say at the end of this video, color removes color. When your color starts to change on your skin and you have that kind of like halo effect from your color, you're going to use your gloves to kind of rub it before you wash it out, and that will prevent you from getting a line. So moisturize around your face just before you start this, just like your colorist does. That's, you know, how you don't get that little stained line, and you'll be happy. But at the end of the day, if you stain a little bit, no worries, we're not going anywhere. You'll still have, you know, no grays. You can do a little bit of concealer, hop on your Zoom call, you'll be all good. Okay, so let's start. So I decided to use the bottle, but you would then just take your brush and section. I find that the bowl and the brush is very hard to do to yourself behind you. So I would like to show everybody with a hair tie, because I find a lot of people don't have clips themselves. So that's why I chose to do the hair tie. And I hope I'm correct in this. But you would take a section like this. Flip it up. And I'm going to squeeze. I think you can see. Just a little bit. I'm only kind of squeezing the bottle. I can feel once it's wet. And then I'm just kind of moving my fingers. I'm using the brush also to push this around behind myself. I'm setting this into the bowl like this on my table that's next to me. And then I'm moving on, and I'm also preventing a mess, which I thought that was kind of a nice thing. And then I would continue on the back. I really want to show you around my face, because getting behind you, the bowl, you can just kind of keep sectioning. Honestly, when I got really good at this, I would just kind of just keep going. And then when I was done, just using my fingers, kind of pushing it around, letting this section drop out. I'll actually show you this way, sectioning, pushing this just around. You'll see this dry hair is just dropped out, just kind of like mushing it around with my fingers. You're gonna miss a few areas, but when you get back in your colorist chair, they're gonna fix that for you. You're just trying to get behind your hair. Like, that's really about doing your hair at home. You're not gonna do the greatest job. It is what it is. Your colorist is gonna help you with that. Don't worry about it. You just really want to keep that back section out. You want to preserve those highlights the best you can. It's all around your face right now. This is quarantine hair. It's a totally different animal. We know that. This brand knows that, which is why we love them so much. Okay, let's get around your face. I want to work quickly. Okay, So you want to work in little sections. Here we go. I'm going to work with the bowl and the brush. And I'm just setting it, again, back into my bowl so that I'm not getting color all over my house, all over my white table. I'm using this brush to set down. You know, be careful to not like kind of toss the color to the front of the bowl. I mean, the front of the bottle, and then also squeeze it at the same time, because you'll get it all over everything. But see how I'm using both at the same time? Like you'll kind of say, oh, I'll use the bottle to section, or I'll use the brush. By the way, I also have a towel in my lap. I don't know if I mentioned that. I have like a black towel, you know, something very dark. So also, I don't know if you can see, I'm going around my face. I don't have a mirror in front of me. I'm not really set up to do these videos probably the way that a lot of YouTubers are. This is kind of happening sort of quickly. But, you know, you want to make sure that you have something to wipe the color as you go. Also, to make sure that you're using the color that's on the brush as you're going. You don't want to waste it, because, you know, you're not going to want to get to the end and say, oh gosh, I don't have enough color to get all the way through my head. So you're going to be working in your bathroom mirror. I'm trying to do this in my phone as I'm recording. I mean, again, listen, the thing is, we know when your colorist is doing this, she's making perfect sections. She's doing like this perfect line, but your colorist is going to be so understanding of this for like quarantine hair, which they're gonna call it. You know, she's gonna be able to like pop some highlights in this, you know, and figure this out for you, which is why we took the time to find the right color company to suggest to our people, so that we were really trying to figure out the least amount of damage. So what was safe for somebody to put on their hair, that was consumer friendly, that wasn't gonna hurt anybody, that if they used it wrong, you know. And look at, honestly, am I doing the neatest job? No. Am I covering it? Yes. And then when I can even see Jeanine myself, she's gonna be able to figure this out, because this is, and I'll just be fully transparent, this is not my formula, but this works. And we'll be able to figure this out when Jeanine and I are able to see each other. So it's the same thing for hairstylists. I mean, it just took a lot of research. So the funny part is, I mean, I always see, I blow dry hair in the salon, but we're 4 weeks out. My arms are already getting tired. So I understand that it's not fun doing this, but that's why I say focus around your face, get behind yourself as much as you can, so that you don't get what Jeanine was describing to me is, you know, a big line behind your head back here in these sections, which when you do that yourself, you want to start behind yourself, because you want to conserve your energy for when your arms start to get really tired around your face. but I just wanted to show this technique so that you could see what I was doing, which is why I wanted to give everybody the bowl, the brush, and the bottle, so you had all of the tools that you had available to you. That Sally Beauty's had everything, because you're gonna need it. You see how I'm using the bottle, the brush, the bottle, the brush, and the bowl all together, because I just thought that that was the smartest thing as I'm going section by section. So you don't have to see me do my whole head, but you get the technique that I'm doing. Okay, so you would go section by section. I'm getting around my face here because obviously that's what you're gonna see on Zoom calls. That's what everybody's gonna get. Your colorist is gonna help you get behind your head as you're going section by section here. And then this is my towel around my head. So now you don't wanna take this towel. I'm sorry, I'm getting all up and close personal here. You don't wanna take this towel then and get all these little baby hairs. You wanna just get your skin only. And I'm sure you've seen your colorist do this, because if I rub my hair, then I'm taking the color off of my gray hair, because you want to allow this to process here. So don't wipe, and I'm gonna get really close. Don't wipe these baby hairs here. You wanna let that get dark, even if it gets on your skin. I just wanted to take that off of my skin itself because it's unnecessary to be there. And in here, and then let that process. So I'm going to repeat what I said before. Color removes color. So you're gonna see that this is gonna get dark, because I'm gonna then stop this video and do another video while I finish the rest of my color. So I covered, you'll see on this dry section, this is my root, this is my old color, because then we're gonna do the ends as I do the back. But this will start to process, and then I'm gonna rub it to remove it. So all of the sections here will process. Okay, so I will be back. I will see you. My color is for 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes. It's whatever your colorist suggests. So I will end this video thanking Zotos Age Beautiful and Jeanine for giving me my formula so that I could do this. I'm gonna finish my color and I'll be back. Thank you. And thank you everybody that was on Homeschool Hair that got their color and is gonna be doing this with me. Bye.